Today you'll be joining me on a ship inspection of the Pacific Princess. Now, I boarded her in mid-February in Sydney, and little did we know how things would eventuate. So, Pacific Princess had embarked on a world cruise from Florida on January 5th of this year. It was supposed to be a 111-day voyage around the world. And what happened, of course, as we know, is that all of these cruises were suspended. So in mid-March, this cruise was suspended amongst all of the other Princess cruises as well. And that meant that most guests flew home to wherever their home was from Australia on March 21st. A few guests remained on board, 119 I believe, and they 5 days ago landed in Los Angeles. Well, they didn't land, they sailed because it's a ship. Anyway, so a lot of those passengers remained on board for a few days as Princess worked out their return flights to their home destinations. So sit back and relax, let's take a look at the Pacific Princess and see what she's all about. Today I'm lucky enough to be boarding the Pacific Princess for a ship inspection. You can see her just behind me. She's one of the Renaissance class ships from the now bankrupt and closed Renaissance cruise line. So she is actually really quite small and elegant and carries about 700 passengers. Looking very much forward to getting on board here in Sydney at White Bay today. So enjoy the video. Boarding the ship on Deck 5, we get to first visit the stunning atrium. The complete antithesis of modern-day mega cruising, the upper hall area on Pacific Princess immediately takes you back to the golden age of travel by sea. Here there are a number of shops offering clothing, jewellery and sundry items. Walking down the main picture-perfect staircase leads you to the reception area on Deck 4. As well as guest services, the shore excursion desk is located in this space. Heading back up to Deck 5, we visit the club restaurant and bar. This is the one and only main dining room on board Pacific Princess. It offers traditional dining across two seatings. There is also a special club class area for those staying in full suites and club class grade mini suites, allowing them to dine at any time they wish. Leaving the restaurant and heading forward on Deck 5, past the shops, we reach the casino bar and lounge area. This beautifully decorated space is one of the main evening entertainment venues on board, and by day it offers a relaxing ambience for reading or catching up with friends. The casino is a good size and offers table games and slot machines. Leaving the casino behind, we walk forward and we reach the Cabaret Lounge. This space is where you will watch theatre productions, comedians, listen to lectures and port talks, and watch movie screenings. Production events are split across 2 sittings in line with the traditional dining times. In keeping with this ship, the space is intimate and is nothing like the mega stadium theatres on the latest and biggest Princess ships. Burning calories on a cruise is always important, so let's take the stairs up to deck 10. Taking a brief pause on deck 9, I was interested to see what this area looked like. I sailed an AZAMARA journey a couple of years ago and stayed in a spa suite, which is a new stateroom category unique to AZAMARA. You can watch my spa suite tour by clicking on the top right of the screen. AZAMARA ships are also Renaissance or R-class ships, and they have completely changed this area by taking over the card room and internet cafe, which we'll have a look at later. In turn, they've produced 2 of the most incredible suites available on a ship. Continuing up to deck 10, we head into the Pacific Lounge. This space was recently modernised and it offers a more contemporary feel in contrast to the rest of the ship. It's a beautiful room with ample space to lounge about with friends. It is also one of the evening entertainment venues, with live music and dancing offered. The Pacific Princess is the namesake of what you'd all know as the Love Boat. The original Pacific Princess sailed for Princess Cruises from 1975 until 2002, and during that time was featured as the famous Love Boat, responsible for an explosion of the popularity of cruising at that time. Even today, if you've sailed on Princess Cruises, you'll know that the Love Boat plays a huge role in their current marketing and onboard experience, down to an amended version of the theme song being used as part of the passenger safety drill before sail away. Take a look. Back to the Pacific Lounge, there is of course a bar available for the all-important shipboard tipple. Heading outdoors now, and onto deck 10, we exit onto the walking track, giving us a perfect view of the main pool area on deck 9 below. Behind us and up the stairs to deck 11 we reach the sun deck. This is the best space for quiet reflection on a sea day. Sun worshippers will love the openness of this deck space. As well, there's shuffleboard and a golf driving net. Looking down to the main pool area, you can really start to understand how an intimate ship feels. Nothing is ever too far away. Indoors on deck 10 forward brings us to the Sterling Steakhouse. This is one of the specialty restaurants on board, with classic steakhouse offerings like premium grain-fed beef cuts, porterhouse and filet mignon, as well as delectable sides and desserts. Next door is Sabatini's, a Princess staple. This restaurant offers authentic Italian cuisine with antipasto, signature pastas and main courses, as well as desserts. This restaurant is also used as a daily breakfast venue exclusively for full suite passengers. The standard charge for dining in either Sabatini's or Sterling Steakhouse is $29 per person. The library is a wonderful spot for some quiet reading or a great space to verse your friends in a game of cards or even a board game. The ceiling has been painted in this incredible fresco-like finish, and this is one of the many unique characteristics of the R-Class ships that remain in its current life as the Pacific Princess. Heading down to Deck 9 aft, we reach one of the other main dining venues on board. The Panorama Buffet is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner every day, and also has a separate pizzeria section with its own operating hours. There's a delicious looking range of food on offer, with a changing menu throughout the cruise. There are desserts, salads and hot foods, as well as bakery items, all freshly made on board. The aft terrace is the best spot to enjoy your meal al fresco. Midship on Deck 9 leads us to the main pool deck, where you can really see just how expansive this area is. There's a reasonably sized pool, as well as 2 whirlpools. A bandstand is used for live music at various times throughout the cruise. One of the casual dining venues on board Pacific Princess is the poolside barbecue, offering relaxed dining and a menu that includes tasty hamburgers. Walking past the main pool and whirlpool spas, we find the pool bar. This was my favourite spot on board AZAMARA Journey. Back indoors, the LOTUS Spa and Fitness Centre is next on the tour. There are sign-up forms for various classes held throughout the cruise. The gym is well equipped, with cardio and weight stations available for use. It's an ample size considering the ship is on the smaller scale. Walking further forward, we discover one of the prized locations on board, the spa deck. This area is a unique spot, offering comfortable deck chairs and a thalassotherapy pool, as well as a terrific view forward over the bow. There are also showers to rinse off, and direct access to men's and women's locker rooms. Back indoors and through the gym, we reach the reception area for the Lotus Spa, where a whole range of services are offered, designed to pamper you in utter luxury. The beauty salon is next door, there to make sure you're always looking your best throughout your lengthy world cruise. The card room and internet cafe occupy the space that AZAMARA have since rebuilt as the famed spa suites. Back on deck 5, I'll take you through the casino and bar back to the main atrium area. The last thing we'll see is the Future Cruise sales desk, which is where you can book your next voyage on board, or at the very least purchase a Future Cruise certificate, which I always recommend my clients do. They offer tremendous value, and if you want to know more about them, send me a message or leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed that tour of the Pacific Princess. She's certainly an intimate ship, holding only around 700 passengers and offering people a very unique experience on the sea today. Being a ship of a smaller size, you definitely get to sail into smaller ports that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to on larger ships, and you really do get to know your fellow passenger and the crew. The Azamara ships are also of the same class, so the Renaissance class, and I'm a huge fan of Azamara. So I love the ships. I love sailing on something smaller like that. As much as I enjoy the bigger ships with big facilities, I really enjoy having the more intimate experience, and you really feel connected to the ocean when you're on these smaller ships. Yes, you do feel the move a little bit more as well, but for me and for cruise lovers, that's something that's just part and parcel. So I do hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be most appreciative. And if you haven't already, you can follow me on social media at The Cruise and Travel Guy on Facebook and Instagram. Head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au, for more information about cruising and deals that are available. Yes, we are still selling cruises. I think in particular 2021 is looking quite good. So have a look, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.